won't call it I and J. Like from now on, all my counter variables are gonna be like, you know, like JDON and Flash and Stork, of course, and 0. I can't use 0 though. That would be so confusing if I use 0 as a variable. Oh man, that'd be seriously confusing. Anyway, game number 3 is actually going to be a TBT between light and last, which should be interesting. You guys are like trying to tell me how to pronounce it as well, but I'm just going to keep pronouncing it Hoja because it's Hoja, man. It's Hoja. Anyway, game number 3, the deciding match, or game, whatever, to determine who's going to take the brute force set. Too bad we don't have Hoja in a game. Do KT play tomorrow? They must play tomorrow. Let's actually see who's playing tomorrow. Tomorrow is Teammate versus SKT and KT versus CJ. Ooh, KT versus CJ could be quite good. Could be quite good. Anyway, Light will be spawning as the blue Terran in the bottom right. And last will be the white Terran at the top right. We are vertical spawns on electric circuit. Now, Light is actually, hold on, let me do the overlay first. Oops. Anyway, yeah, Light is not amazing at TVT, but he's not bad. His TVZ is pretty good, and of course his TVP is atrocious. His TVT I think is just kind of meh. Watch the damn game, guys! Pay attention! Freaking no manner users. Anyway, yeah, so Light's TVT I think is meh. And last TVT is quite good. Last season he had a pretty long win streak actually. He was like racing with Flash to see who could get the longest win streak. Well, not really. I guess Fantasy had a much better record overall, but he had like a 6 or 7 game win streak until he got taken out by Action. Basically, it's funny. Last is almost like the opposite of Light because his TVZ is pretty bad, but then his TVT and TVP are pretty good. So yeah, interesting stuff. And so we're going to see a proxy Rex here from last, but it's just kind of, it's actually kind of on the side there, it's not like right in the middle. If White just goes straight towards the top right, he's going to see it immediately, which would be quite funny. Uh-oh, oh. Mineraru? Oh, is he just mining out his back minerals? Is that what's going on? Oh no! Oh no, Light is not gonna see it! Oh, silly Light. Why are you mining out your back minerals? Actually, no, that's a good move. You don't want any vultures to get tricked into the back of your main. That makes me feel like Light might be doing something either sneaky and doesn't want it to get scouted, or risky like a super fast expansion and doesn't want to get punished for it. To send out that early SCV to mine that out is very interesting. Meanwhile, he sees this kind of SCV coming in from last, so he's going to go straight up. Is he going to go past the barracks? Yep. And it is in fact a fast expand from Light, a 1-rax expand. So that does make sense why he would want to take down those back minerals. This first Marine though, well, no, probably shouldn't do anything. It's 1 Marine on 1 SCV for both players. Do the micro, guys, do the micro. It's micro wars. It's like micro tournament 10.3 or whatever the build number is. That was a sick UMS, by the way. If you guys haven't played that, I highly recommend it. Micro tournament. And you should pick random levels as well. Don't be a noob and pick the easy levels. Oh! Oh no! Oh, is he building a bunker? Oh no, he's got no Marines to put in the bunker! That's alright, SCVs are better than Marines though. SCVs actually beat Marines 1v1 because SCVs are like super imba. But 2v1 is a different matter. Oh my god, is he just gonna lose to 2 Marines? Dude, Light, are you serious? Are you Forella? You can't be Forella, bro. That's like 2 Marines. This guy's not Flash. He's not Flash. Only Flash is allowed to win with 2 Marines. Alright, whew, he finally gets it down. But now, look at that bunker positioning, by the way. That bunker is just like completely not in a good position. Like randomly on the side. Wow, so that was totally worth it for last. And he's not got his own expansion up. He's also got his got a machine shop on his factory, so let's see if he goes for some fast siege mode, start taking down that bunker. He could even take down the back neutral buildings, because obviously the splash from the tank will help with that. Oh, Vulture wants to run by. Gonna get blocked. Oh, he's gonna build the barracks over to help all that off. That's a good move. So, continue to make Marines. I feel like he's definitely going to put on some early pressure here with a siege tank. There's not too much that Light can do about it as well. I mean, that's pretty standard when you go from 1 Rex expand. The other guy will get siege mode first and kind of put some pressure on the front. You're just going to have to fall back on your slightly later siege mode. Yep, first siege tank is out. That's most likely siege mode spinning away in the machine shop. And I think it would just be really interesting if he starts pressuring the front, but he leaves like 1 tank behind to keep attacking the back power generator things. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it though, because you are just like kind of investing 1 tank to do that, and he only has 1 factory producing right now, so it's not like he has a ton of siege tanks to play with. You know, we do see like or not like, but we see a 1 fact 1 port build from Light here. So that Wraith might be able to help him out quite a bit. This is actually very similar to what we saw between Turn and... Who was it, Kanata? I think it was Kanata earlier today. Although in this case, there's no crazy rabid dog Terran like turn. But yeah, he's going to start sieging it down. And notice the SCVs can't even repair that for too long. Otherwise the SCVs will get splashed by the tank shots. So he actually has to like keep... Look at that. He actually, I think he was trying to like repair the bunker a little bit. And then when the tank shoots, like move them away. But actually, oh my god, he's losing so many. Oh man, the tank just like keeps shooting the SCVs. The Vulture's there being annoying as well. The first bunker goes down. Oh man, Light might be in a bit of trouble. He didn't finish the second bunker in time. And oh man, that Marine gets killed off. That is a really big mistake. Well, I mean, I don't know if it would have mattered anyway, but you really should have that second bunker already finished by the time the first bunker dies, so you can immediately load up into it. That's like a very, very standard play to just buy time until your own siege mode finishes. But now, not only is he losing the natural, it's just like there's like a manor land on the barracks as well. I think that might have just been to stop a huge SCV pull. And oh god, the last tank is down. I think Light is just so dead right now. Last, just tearing him apart with some, you know, good micro in the beginning of the game. I mean, basically, you know, that early Marine micro just completely threw Light off his game. And then the strong follow-up here with the fast siege tanks means that Light is now lost control of his natural. He's contained into his main base. He can actually float that command center over to his back maneuver only, but you know, obviously it's not going to be nearly as useful as a gas base, especially since he went for 1 fact 1 port instead of going for like 2 fact. If you went for 2 fact, it'd be slightly less of a problem because he can just like make a bunch of vultures, but in this case, he's in big trouble, and now even his factory's getting sieged down. I think he wants to get 1 more tank out before having to lift, but he realizes that, you know, he might actually just lose his factory outright if he doesn't lift straight away, so having to cancel whatever was there. And meanwhile, it looks like trying to inch his own tank forward here, buffer some shots with the SCVs, but he is so far behind. Oh man, Light is down to 35 supply against the 50 supply of Last here. Last mining away happily on his 2 bases. And so, it's like siege mode of Light, gonna start pushing those units back. And look at this, Last unsieges and walks away. I think that's actually a great move. There's no reason to overcommit to the attack. You've already done massive damage. You've killed a bunch of SCVs, killed a bunch of units. You know, you denied mining from the natural. And so he's like, well, you know, my natural's already up, so I don't want to lose in a silly fashion. You know, he doesn't want to end up like in that turn versus Kanata game where you overcommit to an attack and like suddenly there's a reversal, and the other guy's like actually sieging down your door. Hey, looks like the Wraith's coming out now. And gonna pick off that Marine. Actually, wait, how did that bunker die? Was it already burning or something? How did they even die? You can't salvage bunkers and Broodors, by the way, guys. You can't just, like, get your money back and kill it. They're not that awesome. So, ground forces of Last are going to pull back. I think that's a good move. He doesn't have the spotting that Light has with those rates. He doesn't have like a floating building there or anything, so he needs to be careful where he stands his ground, where he engages. Otherwise Light will just range into the tanks. Of course, tanks shoot farther than they can see, so you can. It's actually possible if the other player doesn't have any spotting to just inch forward into tank range and then spot with your own unit and get the first volley off. And of course, that first volley so crucial in the TVT tank wars. Anyway, going up to 5 factories we see in Last space. And Light is just kind of holding this position a little bit outside of his natural, but it's not like that far out. I mean, he's kind of preventing himself from getting contained, really. But that's a pretty weak position with just 4 tanks there. Looks like only just now adding on a second, third factory. Last production way outstripping his, which is understandable considering all the SCVs he lost early on. And meanwhile, Last actually going for a big attack right now. Is he going to decide to commit to this? No, it looks like going to take a couple of shots from that tank line and then back away. And looks like he's going to kind of take a position in the middle of the map here. Is he close enough to actually siege down the back? No, I don't think he is. So I think that's a good... See, Light moved out quite far away from his natural. Now normally that might be a little bit weird on other maps, but in this case I think it's a good move, because otherwise if he sieges too far into his own natural, he opens up that back door to attack from Last. So Last can easily break that down, you know, take a position, take down the mineral only base and start sieging him down from inside his own main. Of course he would have that high ground kind of little ring there to take advantage of. So I like this kind of preemptive siege line from Light. Interestingly enough, Light now has the mineral only and his own natural, I think, just looking at the minimap, so it feels like he actually has more mining, more income than Last does, but Last is pulling a bunch of SCVs now. Is he just going to go for a break? I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure those SCVs are just the tank shots here. And he's going to wait to regroup his forces a little bit. He is setting up all his units kind of in a concave here, going to go for a big semi-surround attack, and here we go, all the units are moving in here, he's going for the break. The top unit needs to move in, and here we go, the SCV is leading the charge. A few units going to get caught up on that barracks, but it looks like no, he's going to micro them forward, and is this going to be enough? A nice spread of units, minimizing the siege splash from those tanks. Looks like the back doors was already broken down, but Light is losing his forward position here. He's doing a lot of damage to the incoming units, but is it going to be enough here? Last moving in. Does he still have SCVs? No, he's lost all his SCVs. The SCVs of Light trying to hold off, but it looks like no. Last takes down all of Light's forces here. Last now up at an 80 supply against the 40 supply of Light, and looks like now he's going to siege up the natural. Oh my god, those stacked SCVs! Looks like do not take a hit. The tanks took the hit, but oh! Nice SCV bomb there on the tanks, but I don't think it matters. I think Last has got this, and GG from Light. Last takes the Broodor best of 3 for STX Seoul, and Woongjin Stars, the #1 team, are now down one mini set here. They're going to have to win the StarCraft 2 best of 3 in order to force an ace match, but you know what? Woongjin Stars is more known for how good their players are at StarCraft 2. So I would not count them out at all. In fact, I would say they are doing just fine.